Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Jackie with Realistically Raw, and today I decided I wanted to try Eva Loves Raw's crackers. So I've been eyeballing this recipe and decided that I would give it a try today and also have a little chat discussing why I am struggling to commit to being fully raw. So we're gonna start with talking about her crackers and then we'll lead into the other stuff. So I'm not gonna actually share the full recipe with you because I feel like you need to go to her channel and get all of the actual ingredients, measurements and such, because I'm not about stealing people's recipes, okay? So she's got several different vegetables in her recipe. I'm using a little bit of different stuff just because she said you could kind of mix and match. So I decided to go ahead and do that. And I needed to use some stuff up in my fridge, so I figured why not? It's just a great opportunity. And then also it gives me a moment to sort of talk about my feelings without just being in front of a camera and just saying these things, because I feel extremely awkward doing that. So if you like that idea and you think that maybe you would want more recipe videos and I can give it a taste test and be truthful with how I think they really taste, okay? So, and whether it's worth your time to make it. So I'm using celery, onions, a mix of bell pepper and jalapeno, and carrots. Okay, so those are the main vegetables. I am doubling her recipe because, you know, why go through the trouble of dehydrating just one tray? You might as well make it worth your while. And I know I'll eat these crackers because at the end of the night when I have a salad, I usually would like to have something with it. So, you know, it's probably not super smart to have these in your house all the time, or you're gonna just eat them like crazy. So my husband will help me eat them, and I'm sure my dogs will too, okay? Actually, I can't feed these to my dogs. I just realized there's onion in there. So they won't get any, but Jordan will help me consume them. So, okay, so I have all the measurements of that. And then in this bowl, okay, I have pumpkin seeds, nutritional yeast, and flax seeds. And she uses a different combination of nuts in her videos too, but she also says you can mix and match. So I'm just kind of going with what I have in my house and hoping that they turn out right. I don't know if I'm giving them the main ingredients. So I like the idea of the fact that she has some jalapeno in hers, which kind of sets some of her crackers different. And then she also puts nutritional yeast, which I think will be a nice flavor. Because, you know, like if you're all raw, I'm sure you've maybe tried the flackers, and they're okay, but I don't know, they're lacking something for me. So, and I feel like this is way healthier because it's not processed and it's on a shelf. But I do feel like if you're gonna buy crackers at the grocery store and you can find those flackers, then you should definitely buy them because I think that they're great in a pinch. So, okay, so I got all my wet, and I did wet chop these like she does in her videos, and then I have all my dry, and then you're just gonna throw it in this bowl and mix it all up. Okay, and then we're gonna give it a stir. So I wanted to talk to you guys about why I still struggle to be fully raw. And I really just have, right now, I still just kind of have like 3 major reasons why I'm struggling. And the first one, probably maybe in order of what I'm having the most problems with, but I struggle, as most people do, in social situations, okay? So my family is not vegan. I feel like most people deal with that, right? Not very many people's families are vegan. I grew up eating the standard American diet, eating a lot of junk food. I mean, my mom made a lot of home-cooked food for us at night, so it's not like we just ate on, you know, junk, but we did eat a lot of junk food. And then as I got older, I decided, you know, I just want to live a healthier life. So I started really researching and finding out about what food can do for you. But my family, they're not vegan, and it's fine. I wish they were, but they're not. And though they're supportive of me, maybe not quite at the beginning, because I think they just thought it was gonna be a fad for me, they are now. They really are. They love me. I love my family. I'm very close with them. I can't imagine life without them, or without them in it. And so it's just really hard. It's hard enough being vegan, and then you're throwing this whole raw world onto it. And I like making food for my family, like for them to try and to realize like, oh man, this vegan thing really isn't that bad. And so I won't really be able to do that. I mean, I can with raw, but it's just so much harder because I live like 3 hours away, and it's hard enough to like cook in other people's place, but you know, like the stuff that I think will really draw them to this lifestyle, because they're not really big fruit and vegetable type of people. I mean, they'll eat them, but you know, that's not what they want stuff that tastes similar to what they're eating. So that's my first one. Plus you know, I live in the Midwest, and so it's really hard to go to a restaurant and find something to eat on the menu. And then just to eat a boring salad, I'm just not going to be satisfied with that. Like the satiation level is not great with a salad, especially when you go to a restaurant and they're like cheese and meat and all this stuff on it. And by the time you take all that stuff off, it's just like lettuce and maybe a few little vegetables, and it's just such a small portion. So going to a restaurant and at least being able to order some rice and beans or baked potato, steamed veggies, that's much easier to navigate. So that's my number one. My second reason is cold climate. You can't tell it today. It is October and our weather is just so funky here right now. So it's cool in the mornings, but today is a little bit warmer. It's like 70 degrees outside and it's really nice. But you know, earlier this week it was freezing cold. You know, it got to be a high of 60, and then the mornings were even colder than that. So I just crave, I just really crave these warm foods. I want soup at the end of the day. I mean, I can eat fruit for breakfast. I can eat maybe a smoothie, have a green juice, snack on fruit, have a smoothie, and that kind of fills my day. But to eat that again for dinner, I just can't do it. I mean, I can do it some days, and then, you know, dinner's a cold salad, and during the cold months, it's really hard. I mean, it was really easy for me, not really easy, but it was a lot easier for me to be raw in the summertime because I'm hot anyways, and it's a cold smoothie tastes nice. I can go outside and drink it, and it's great. But in the winter, you know, I'm bundling up. I'm bundling up with a sweater, coat, in front of my heater, blanket. And by the end of the day, I just want something warm and comforting. I want a soup, and I love soup in the wintertime. It can be loaded with veggies, and I'm gonna try this winter to make my soups. Like before, I would always overcook, I feel like, my veggies. So I'm gonna try to not overcook my veggies and not be eating veggies that are just boiled and depleted from all of the enzymes and minerals and whatnot. So I'm gonna put these really quick. I'm gonna divide this out on two sheets and get rid of this bowl here. So this makes a pretty good amount. I mean, I doubled the recipe, but I'm gonna try to split this up so you guys can see it. Okay, so you can kind of see there's one and there's two. And you wanna make sure you have these, if not one of these reusable Teflon sheets, make sure you get some parchment paper because you don't wanna put these on your metal trays, it'll be a mess. So I'm gonna start by just kind of pushing this out, and then I'm going to use my offset spatula here to smooth everything and make it even. So when you're dehydrating, I'm sure most of you have done this, but for those of you who have not dehydrated, make sure that everything is pretty even, because otherwise you're gonna have some parts that are nice and crispy and some that are soggy. And when you're chopping your vegetables for this stuff, make sure they're really small, because the smaller they are, the better chance that you're gonna have for a crispy cracker. I've made them, you know, and I wet chop them like she does in the video. So it's much easier. You just do it a little bit more and it's a lot finer. And then I also used my celery. I actually used the pulp for my celery juice because I celery juice every day. So I use that. So that's like a nice little tip. If you do it every day, then you're gonna have it on the day that you make crackers anyways. So, okay, I'm gonna wipe my hands off here. So finally, the reason, I'm gonna start smoothing this out, but finally the reason that I'm struggling with going completely raw, besides those first two, is I am having a hard time digesting fats. So before I was kind of following more medical medium stuff, so I was eating more raw during the day and then having something in the evenings like steamed potatoes and veggies, or steamed potatoes and like little lettuce wraps, or steamed squash, or I don't even remember everything that I used to eat with him, but it was all like warm stuff at the end of the day. But I could be relatively fat-free or very low fat. And I don't know if that's like messed up my system. I've created this like sensitive environment, which I think sometimes you do. When you start eating really healthy or a certain way for a long period of time, then your body has a hard time adjusting to other things. And I mean, I feel like for longevity in this life, you need to be consuming nuts and seeds and sprouted beans and all this stuff. And I also have a hard time now sort of digesting proteins. So I want to have a well-balanced diet, but I also don't want a bellyache. And that's what I get if I eat a lot of fat throughout the day. So, or even at one time, like if I eat a lot of fat, like I've had days where I've eaten a salad and, I can't eat a salad unless it's got fattening dressing on it. Like I need some, like that Shane Sterling's ranch. I will make my own dressings, plenty of recipes out there for salad dressings. But, like to make me feel really satisfied, I need a good amount of fat on my salad. I need some chopped nuts, I need some avocado. And I don't sleep as well. Like I just don't. I don't sleep as well when I eat that stuff. I sleep so much better if I eat steamed potatoes and broccoli with like a little tahini or a little cashew sour cream. With this kind of eating, like these crackers, like I won't be able to eat that many at one time because I will know in the back of my mind that I'm not gonna feel that great. So I'm hoping that this juice cleanse will solve that problem. And I think many people say that it does. So there's hope in that. But I don't know if I can be 100% raw. I think that there's gonna be always a time, either in the week or the day, depending on the week or the month, that I am gonna wanna have something cooked, okay? But I do think that we can get really good results by not being 100% raw, but just being, mostly 100%. Or, some days be 100% and some days not be 100%. And I have seen, like I said, such huge benefits just from incorporating all the raw foods that I have, like being medical medium, just eating very low fat, no fat basically throughout the day, other than what's in your fruit, and then a little bit of fat at night or no fat at night sometimes. But I do think that, like I said, we can be realistic about it. And, maybe you're a person that's gonna be raw all week and then maybe have a little cooked food on the weekends, or you're gonna be raw all the time when you're not in social settings, but you're gonna have a little cooked food when you eat that. And if you can be 100% raw, I'm not trying to talk you out of it, okay? Because I kudos to you. I'm inspired by all of you people that can do it. And maybe one day I will. There's been a lot of things that I've done in my life that I, at one time, said, no way, I'm not gonna do it. Vegan was one of them, right? Like I didn't think it was healthy. Then once I found out it was healthy, I was all in because, I love animals. Not that people that aren't vegan don't love animals, because I don't think that that's true. But I think that they just put it out of their minds, right? They're not watching videos like we all are, that you're seeing all these animals suffer or you're seeing them getting ready to be slaughtered. I mean, that's horrifying to me. So I will always be 100% or eat 100% vegan, okay? I know that that's a trigger word for a lot of people. Vegan, I consider myself a vegan, and I know there's probably people out there that don't like that because I'm not 100%, right? Like I do my best. I do my best to make sure all the stuff that I'm putting on my skin and like I'm a hairstylist, so all of my products are cruelty-free. Most of them are vegan actually. So I do my best, but I eat a vegan diet, I eat a plant-based diet, and I feel like that is something that's very, very, very important to me. So I will always continue to do that, whether I'm raw or I'm 100% raw, 50% raw, 80% raw, whatever the amount of raw is, I'm gonna be vegan. So, okay, so I got this one pretty much set. So I kind of try to use my little corners as like a guide, and it's not perfect, okay? It's not that pretty, but I'm doing it, guys. Okay, so that one is good enough. And I'm gonna move on to the next one. So I am gonna go ahead and sign off here. And then I will, after these are done, I will give you my honest feedback. I will give it a taste test. It's not gonna be till tomorrow because I'm doing this later in the day, and I'm gonna put this in my dehydrator. And I set these at the 115. Most people say, sometimes I know they say that you should do like a little bit hotter temperature because there's so much moisture in it. It's not actually reaching that 115 degrees, and it kind of helps with bacteria. So I haven't tried that yet. I've just been doing the 115 and then however long it takes. So I am gonna check. I think with crackers, you definitely wanna flip these halfway through. So I think she says she puts hers in overnight, so maybe like 12 hours. So I'm gonna put these in, and then at 6 hours, I'm gonna flip them. And then they will be ready by tomorrow morning. And I will give you a taste test and tell you if there's anything maybe I would do different. So I will see you in the morning. Real quick, guys, I forgot to tell you, you need to score these, okay? So I use my pizza cutter, and I just kind of sort of gauge like the size of crackers I want. So score them. Some people will say on the other videos that I've watched, and I think she even says she doesn't score them all the way through, but I'm just gonna score them all the way through because I've made other things kind of similar to this, and I feel like it doesn't really matter, and it's hard to just score them halfway. So if you were like me, and you forget to do things a lot in your recipes, because this would be something I would actually put in the dehydrator and totally forget to do, and then wish that when I went to flip them, that I had done it. Comment down below and let me know. What's one of the goofiest things you've forgotten to do in a recipe? I'd love to hear about it. Or what's your favorite cracker recipe? Have you made these before? Do you like them? I'm really excited to try them. They smell really, really good. So comment down below, like my page, subscribe. I have some members now, so I feel like I'm talking to like all 16 of you, which I love that. Thank you so much for subscribing and being a part of the beginning of my journey. All right, I'll see you in the morning. Okay guys, so it's the next day. It's the afternoon actually, it's not the morning, because we are going to a family cookout this afternoon. So I thought, well, I just get ready first and then film, you know, try to look cute for you guys, or halfway decent, whatever. But so the crackers turned out really good. I did dehydrate them for longer than what she said, or that she did, because she wanted hers to be more like toast, where I wanted mine to be like a crispy cracker, because I really miss that. I really miss a crispy cracker. You know, if you feel me, give me a thumbs up on that, right? So I'm just gonna taste these first, okay? They're good. They're really good. They don't have a ton of flavor if you're like a person that needs a lot of flavor. I love the taste of just vegetables. And I didn't add any seasonings to these because I just wasn't sure what all I would use them for and what kind of like sauce I would dip them in. So I opted not to add different herbs to this like she does in her video. So if you're just gonna eat these plain though, okay, for real, you might wanna add some salt or definitely some different seasonings. If you like spicy, maybe some cayenne. There's jalapeno in this, but I don't think my jalapeno is very spicy because I can't really taste spiciness. So the next time I might add 2. I don't know. And I did double the recipe, and I think I only did 1 jalapeno. So I would maybe change that. That's probably all I would probably change though. She's got a good deal here, I'm not gonna lie. So let me taste this with it's like a cream cheese, kind of, sorta, everything but the bagel cream cheese. If you want the recipe, comment down below. I would be happy to do it super easy. So let's see here. Let's see here. It's so weird eating in front of the camera, but it's really good. Okay, so if you're gonna dip these crackers in something, they really don't need salt. You don't need to add the extra sodium and get puffy for no reason. No one wants to get puffy. Don't add salt to it if you're gonna dip it in something like this, okay? But if you're gonna just eat them plain and on the go, and maybe you do like the recipe and then you take out half and then you add salt and seasonings. So, you know, if you're gonna double the recipe to the 1/2 and not to the other, it gives you some options. So I would say you gotta go check out Eva Loves Raw, her YouTube channel. She's so cute, she's so transparent. I really like her realness, I recognize it, and I appreciate it. She's got tons of videos on there, tons of recipe videos, and if you like a video like this, let me know. I'm working on my angles here. I'm not sure quite how to film This kind of looks crooked, so it may be crooked. And I'm also working on my editing. So bear with me as I navigate through this whole YouTube world. I promise I will improve. Thank you to all my subscribers. Subscribe, watch me fumble, watch me get better, give me some inspiration to keep going. I really have enjoyed doing this. It's kind of like a venting session in a way, therapy kind of. So anyhow, until next time, guys, have a great day.